Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Work Boss Strategies, unlocking the secrets to your entrepreneurial success. Today, we will get into the importance of branding and how delivery builds a good relationship between the company and the customer. In today's episode, we're going to help your business become more recognized with branding and how you deliver your brand. We're about to change the way you think about branding. At the end of every show, I give you the tip of the day, so stay tuned for that. I'm your host, Darves, and the other host with the most over there.
Hey D, baby, what's up? Work Boss Strategy. And we're on.
It's a revolution. It's a revolution.
It's a revolution.
Click that subscribe button. Like, and you're welcome to comment. As long as you keep it positive, you can keep it real. So let's get into it.
All right.
Let's get into it with the importance of branding, first of all.
Right.
You have to brand your company before you can deliver anything.
Right.
So, why is branding so important? Branding is important because it's what the customers expect from your company is what's going to influence their experience, positive or negative. So you want to provide them with a message to build a relationship with them. They have to trust you in order to give you money.
Right.
You got to be trusted. You don't just go around giving people money you don't trust. So the importance of branding is it's the pathway to connect with customers. First of all, it's like the bridge.
Right.
The customer's on the other side of this bridge. You got to get over there to the customer and let the customer know this bridge is safe to cross. You can come over to us now. So the importance of branding is it helps the customers remember you. It helps the customers remember your product. It helps the customers make you memorable. They won't forget who you are. There's so many competitors out there. What makes you different from this other person that has a product or service and y'all got the same price range? Right. What would make me come to you instead of going over to them? They might be closer to me or whatever. So branding is important. And on top of branding, how you deliver your message to them so it's well received is the most important part. Like a lot of people think branding is just what color my logo gonna be, what my logo gonna look like.
Right.
Your logo is important because it's the symbol of your company. It's like a representation in a quick, fast way to interpret what y'all got going on. But the branding around your logo is what the key is. Like what does your company represent? What are the values of your company?
Right.
All of that is important. So do you have any tips on how to enhance your branding so people are more comfortable with your product or service, Gabe D?
Well, it's a good question, man, because like you said, a lot of people think branding, the first part of it is designing your logo. What's your logo going to be? How's it going to look? So that's just like the first part of branding. That's just the 1/3, because you want to make sure what you trying to represent, what your company is trying to represent, that your logo is going to match that. Okay, it's got to articulate. When they look at that, they're gonna know, oh, this is what I'm gonna get with this company right here. This is the first sign. And actually, to do that, you gotta give them an experience that they won't forget. That's what you have to do. You gotta give them an experience that you won't forget. So you gotta take the time and think about how you want your customers' experience to be. So, because most of the time, the company is really an extension of the owner. So the owner, he has to carry himself in a certain kind of way. So the way he carry himself is most likely the way that the company will carry their self. So you got to make sure that your brand and your logo, your brand, and the experience that you're going to give your customer all line up together. People, they say, oh, well, They think it's something easy, or you just think it's just a logo. Well, I just made me a logo. Well, what does that logo represent? Does this logo represent your company? And then the branding part is when the experience you give the person, now you got to advertise that experience so it'll match that logo. So whenever they see that logo, oh, I know that. I know that. Hey, somebody said that. I heard about this. So it takes some time. Take some time and thought. You have to really think about how you want your brand to be. I'm giving you some tips today.
Yep.
You get some tips today because this is like the very first step of your business.
Yep. And one mistake people make, especially with designing the logo,
Right.
is sometimes you use your favorite color or you use these attributes that make the logo sentimental to you.
Right.
But when you're designing a logo, you have to think about the customer's interests and values.
Right.
So when you're designing a logo, instead of making the logo sentimental to you, you think it looks nice. You like the color of it.
Right.
But there's really a psychology to advertising, and you're trying to advertise your logo. So it's more important to captivate the audience you're trying to portray to. Like, what do they see in this logo? You want them to remember what your company's about. So instead of making the logo sentimental to you, you have to make a logo that resonates with your customers. Like an example of this would be Apple. I was just talking about this off air.
Right.
Apple's logo is an apple with a bite taken out of it. Why didn't they use a whole apple? Well, because they're in the technology business. They started off selling computers, and back in the day, bytes were the size they calculated the RAM and all of that kind of stuff, megabytes, gigabytes.
Right.
So that bite in the apple is kind of play on words. That simple symbol, everybody knows what Apple is. If it's on a device, people connect that device to be a top-notch device if it got that little apple on it. That's the importance of a logo. They made a brand to where you look at that logo and you know you're getting something top-notch.
You know it. Right.
So don't make a logo that's sentimental to you. Make a logo that's... Because they started off as Macintosh. That's why it's called a MacBook.
A MacBook, right.
Why do they use the Apple instead of just saying Macintosh on it? So you have to understand what your customers value.
Right.
Once you know what your customers value, you can start designing your logo that way. Don't get sentimental with your logo. Don't get too sentimental to where it's more attached to you than your customers. A lot of people make that mistake.
Right.
I used to do that. Every logo I made was purple. It's my favorite color.
Right.
Every single logo I used to make was purple. But it's a reason why you go to Chick-fil-A, you go to McDonald's, you go to Burger King, you go to most fast food restaurants have the color red. Food companies usually have the color red in it, and it's a reason for that. I would look into, this is another tip for y'all. Look into the psychology of colors.
Right.
And it'll help you design your logo. Like green represents something, purple represents something, blue represents something, red represents something. Most people get hungry when they look at the color red.
Right.
It's just a psychology.
A lot of people, I bet you a lot of people didn't really realize that. They didn't really realize that.
It's psychology in colors. It's a psychology. It's a psychology to advertising and marketing. First of all, you need to get into your head, the head of your customers. You need to know what gets them to tick. What emotions can you trigger with your product or service? All that should be tied into your logo. This is why you don't just spend 30 seconds on your logo. It takes some time.
It takes some time. Yes.
The logo is important, but the logo isn't as important as the branding that the logo is going to represent. That's the importance of branding. And once you understand these things, then you can get into the delivery. Like, how do you deliver your messages? How do you package your products? How are you going to put it on the shelves? What's going to make it unique so the customers remember and
Right.
understand what's going on. So, first of all, if
Mm-hmm.
you like what you heard so far with all these gems we're giving you, you might have to pause it and go
Right.
back and write some of this stuff down. Because your logo is important, but it's not as important as branding. You need to
Exactly.
have a brand in order to make a it's almost like the logo is a paraphrase of your mission statement. Like what's your brand
Right.
promise?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So how to make a brand promise? What is a brand promise? A brand
Mm-hmm.
promise is, let's see how I can say this. The brand promise is pretty much the value, the experience the customer is going to have every
Right.
single time they interact with your company. It's like this is what we
Right.
promise you're going to get every time you deal with us and give us your business. That's the brand
Right.
promise. And the more a company can deliver on their brand promise, the stronger the bond with the customer. In their mind, they're going to think stronger of your brand if you have a
Right.
promise that's always delivered in your messages, your commercials, and the product. All of those things
Mm-hmm.
have to fit. It's no point having a top product where if I come to your store, I buy it, and the customer service is a disaster.
Right.
Like all of these things matter. Your logo
Mm-hmm.
gets me to pay attention and remember you. But when I come to that store and buy something, the customer service has to represent on that promise as well.
Right.
I don't want to come into your store and have to wait forever. Nobody came over and assisted me. I had questions, nobody knew the answers to them. Then when I get to the cash register, I'm actually going to give you money, and then the person's
Mm-hmm.
snobby. It makes me not want to. That that deteriorates the trust and the loyalty. It makes them
Right.
want to go somewhere else. So all of those things have to match your brand promise. That's what a brand
Right.
promise is. And how do you understand the brand promise? You got to know your customers' values. You got to know what their expectations are and
Mm-hmm.
what their experience is. What's the most positive experience they're going to have dealing with you? Once you
Right.
know those things, it helps you deliver a message that they can connect with. That's the
Mm-hmm.
importance of delivery, which we're about to get into. So click that
Exactly.
subscribe button. You already know what to do. You already know what to do.
Boop, boop. Click that
Click that
subscribe button,
subscribe
man.
button. Keep these gems going. And don't forget the tip of the days coming at the end of the show. That's always a good one.
Right. It's always good. So now we have branding, which is the whole shebang of your company. That's what you're pushing out. So you letting your customers know this is the kind of service they're gonna get, this is the kind of experience they're gonna get with your particular brand. Now, with that going forward for that right there, you have to deliver on your promise. What are you going to do to deliver this experience for your customers, for your employees, your workers, whoever you have, but mostly your customers, because those are the ones that's paying. So now you got to deliver. What is certain things maybe you deliver good customer service, like we was talking in the other show about Chick-fil-A, how you know them for good customer service. Is it going to be the high quality of your products or your high quality of your service? It's certain experiences they have to have that you have to deliver to your customer. That's what's going to solidify your brand. The way you deliver it. Maybe it's the way you package it. Stuff like that.
That's the importance of delivery right there.
Right.
Everything in your logo has to match. Now, I don't believe, did Chick-fil-A ever said they had the best chicken sandwich?
Nah, I'll never hear them saying nothing like that.
I don't think they say they have the best chicken sandwich.
Mm-mm.
But when you
No.
see that Chick-fil-A logo, the
Right.
first thing I think of with Chick-fil-A is a long line.
Yeah.
But the last thing I remember when I'm in that long line is waiting for a long time. It just don't
Right.
happen with me.
Right.
Sometimes I get my
Be a
food
long
before
line.
I even get
It
to
just
the
doesn't
intercom.
happen.
Before I even get to the
Right.
intercom, I got my food. I done paid with the little
Mm-hmm.
device they got to take your payment, and then they run the food to me, so it ain't like you be in the line long. So how do they have a
Right.
long line, but you're not in it long? Where I can go to
Right.
McDonald's and it's only 2 people in the line, and I'm there for 10 minutes.
10, 15. And then they tell you to pull over to the side. Because our ice cream machine broke.
I was just at a McDonald's. I actually made a reel about it. I just haven't posted it yet.
Right.
I'm at a McDonald's after I leave the radio station one night, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. It was the only thing open, which is why I was there in the first place. I don't really eat McDonald's, but it was one of the days we were shooting for the show here, and then I didn't have time. I was editing until the radio station started, so I edited until I had to leave to go to the radio station. And then at the radio station, we stayed an extra hour. We did an overtime show. So I didn't leave until 1 in the morning. So I'm like, dang, I gotta go to McDonald's, man. So it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm the only person in the line. I'm the only person in line. So I'm waiting at the intercom. That little automated service come on. Are you using the app today? I said no. The lady said, she told me to hold on for a minute. She said, we'll be right with you. I'm like, okay. So I waited for about 3 minutes. And she said, sorry about the wait. So I ordered a chicken nugget meal, mystery chicken.
Right.
I ordered a chicken nugget meal. And she said, okay, pull up to the first window. When I pulled up to the first window, bro, I forgot where I was at. Let me tell you why. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. I know I just ordered a chicken nugget meal. But when I get to the first window, the lady has on a White Castle hoodie. So I'm like, she asked me, she was like, it's $10.73 or whatever the price was. So I got my card in my hand. I'm looking at her. I didn't give it to her. I start looking at the building to see if it was a freaking McDonald's. She got on a Wendy's hoodie and a Wendy's hat.
A Wendy's.
She got on a White Castle hoodie and a Wendy's hat. Can I get the manager? Let me see the manager. She was like, I am the manager. So I give her the money. I give her my card. She takes it, gives me my card back with the receipt. I pull up to the second window. The girl opens the window and says, what was your order? I'm the only person here. How you get that confused?
How you get that confused?
So she handed me, she said, never mind. She closed the window, went back in, came back out, and gave me this big bag with handles on it. I was like, that's a big bag for a chicken nugget meal. She was like, oh, you the chicken nugget meal. I thought you was the Uber driver. So if I wasn't honest, I could have just pulled off with all that food.
Right,
she handed it to me.
Right. Oh, man.
I'm like, that's the experience I had. First of all, I didn't know where I was at because the lady had on a White Castle hoodie. Then I get to the next window, and she gives me this bag. It had handles on it, bro. It was heavy.
Right.
I was like, how many chicken nuggets y'all give me? She was like, chicken nuggets? Oh, hand me that bag back. I'm like, man, I could have just pulled off.
Hand me the bag. Hand me the bag back.
So it's a huge difference between customer service.
A huge difference. I thought you was going to tell me that she had on the Wendy's, the White Castle hoodie, the Wendy's hat, and then when you got to the second window, they handed your food in a Burger King bag.
I was completely confused. I'm like, you definitely out of dress code.
Right. She was, but this is what happened, She was out of dress code, but the White Castle hoodie probably real heavy. It was probably cold. So she said, I'm going to wear this one because it's heavier. She don't care nothing about the brand.
Nope.
You got to know what you're doing.
Nah, I was like, why you got a White Castle hoodie on? She said, I just got off work.
Right.
So you ain't
she hustling.
You went to another job and didn't put that job's uniform on?
Right. I mean, she just came.
They got a uniform.
They got a uniform. She just came and started taking orders.
Yeah, she just came straight in. I'm like, but that's the difference though. Like, I never seen that before in my life. I never pulled up to a McDonald's or any fast food restaurant and they had two competitors' attire on.
Right. You gotta
It didn't
think
even
about
match. It didn't even
that.
match.
Didn't even-
White Castle
Yeah,
is a white and blue hoodie. Wendy's,
right,
you know what color Wendy's is, so her whole outfit was ridiculous.
right.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
See,
this is the
White
experience.
Castle's is white and blue, and then Wendy's got red in it. You know that ain't really no match. You can't have no red and blue on.
Then to top it off, I'm driving down the road. I'm reaching in there in the bag. Now I
Right.
feel the fries, I feel the box of nuggets, and I'm reaching around. No damn sauces.
No sauce. I'll be darned. It was in that White Castle hoodie. Oh man. Hey, we
That was
just trying to
just
show
a
you
rant. That was just a rant on the difference between customer service.
the difference between customer service. So
I was the
you gotta
only
be-
customer.
You
I was the
gotta
only
be
customer.
only customer. You gotta be really, really diligent in your branding, man. You gotta be really diligent in how you want. Because just like that, he left that establishment with that experience. So what's the odds of him going back to that establishment looking for good service? He already if he has to pull up at that place again, he already know anything could happen. Just
Yeah,
like potluck.
I never go to McDonald's expecting a good experience.
Right.
I just don't want to have to cook that day.
Right. That's all it is. I'm too tired to cook.
Yeah, it's not the flavor of the food. It's not even the fries anymore. It's just you're the only thing open and I'm hungry. It's the only time I'm ever
Right.
gonna go. But I don't ever expect a good experience. Why?
Right.
That's like expecting to go to a Waffle House
Mhm.
and having everybody in there smile at you. It's not gonna happen.
Not
They don't even want to be there.
Right.
So
Right,
that's
man.
another thing about delivery though. Like since
Mhm.
we on customer service,
Yeah.
the people have to take pride
Yeah.
in working there. They have to take pride in working there. If they don't, it's going to be the first representative the customer sees is the person
Right.
that they're interacting with to purchase your product or your service. So it gives
Exactly.
them a different experience. Your brand says this, but this person working a cashier says this about you. Like, how did they get hired?
Right. How did they get hired?
I was watching the Super Bowl commercials, right?
Right.
I was watching the Super Bowl commercials, and they had this almost like a movie trailer type commercial for Popeye's chicken.
Right.
So I go on YouTube and I'm looking at what was the best commercials. They had a little compilation. So I'm watching the one with Popeye's chicken come on there, and I start reading the comments. The comments said they put a lot more energy into making this commercial than their hiring process.
Mm.
So people's customer service at Popeye's chicken don't match what they was trying to implement in their message.
Right.
Like, oh, it's top notch this, it's top notch that, it's exciting. It's never that when you go to a Popeye's chicken. The people
Wow.
act like they don't want to be there, even though they applied for the job. What you apply for the job
Right.
for if you don't want to be there every day? That just always bothered me. Why you at work acting like you don't want to be there? Didn't nobody make you apply to that job?
Right.
Why you acting like I don't want to be here either?
Right.
I'm the one paying for this treatment. You getting paid
Right.
to act the way you acting. I'm
Right.
giving y'all money to get this kind of treatment. It's just not a good representation of a brand.
No, it's not. So make
It's
sure you pay
experience.
attention to your brand. You
Yes.
gotta pay attention to your brand, man, and pay attention to how you putting your brand out. You have to pay attention to that, man. Yeah, deliver a consistent message, and that's that right there. A consistent message. Deliver a consistent message. Because most of the time with branding, people have to see it more than one time. They're not going to just see it and know it that automatically what that is. So when you consistently pushing this out, when that customer comes, that first customer, you want them to have the best experience possible so that they can go tell other people about your brand. Feel me? That's how you have to think about it. So you can't be emotional about, oh, this was made here. This came from this came from that. This is your company. You in the service business now. You serving the public. So to serve the public, you got to take yourself out so that you can give 100% to your brand, your customer service, your customer experience, because that's what's going to either make you or break you in business.
Yep, it's a consistent message. Your
Mm-hmm.
product got to be as consistent as your marketing strategy. So, when it comes to branding, you don't just make advertisements to say, hey, buy this. Sometimes commercials are just about brand awareness. This is what we about. This is our company. This is what we offer. But this ain't necessarily about the products right now. We want you to understand what our brand represents. That's what a lot of Super Bowl commercials is about. They spend so much money to get the eyes in front of so many people that usually aren't on. It's the biggest spectacle of the year as far as viewings go on television. So a lot of companies will put a big budget on Super Bowl commercials because they know a lot of eyes are on it. So they don't use that to say, hey, buy this. They use it as an opportunity to create a personality for their brand. They start bringing superstars out the woodwork to help them with brand awareness. Like we was talking about the Super Bowl commercial with Shannon Sharp and Martin Lawrence in it. It was a Oikos yogurt commercial. They didn't tell you how much it cost. They didn't tell you what was in it. All you know is this got protein in it. And Martin Lawrence picked up a golf cart out of the water. So the message they were trying to portray was, this yogurt gives you strength and energy, and it has 20 grams of protein in it. They didn't say that the entire time of the commercial. They let Shannon Sharp and Martin Lawrence do all the humor. They were trying to tell you that this yogurt provides you with enough protein to give you strength to go through the day. But they didn't say that through the whole, it was the delivery of their message which made it memorable. And plus they used two celebrities to deliver the message. That's why delivery is important. They didn't say a 12 pack of this yogurt is $9.99. It wasn't the price in there. They didn't show you any ingredients. All they had in there was 20 grams of protein, and it's a yogurt. They didn't say nothing about the flavor of it. They didn't say nothing about the flavor. They didn't tell you they got 9 different flavors. They didn't tell you it was all natural. We've got real fruit in it. You don't know none of that. But people remember the brand now. So when they in the store and they, hey, that's that yogurt that Martin was eating. You seen, that's the second time you didn't saw it. Now you're more familiar with the brand. That's what brand awareness does. It makes people aware of what you're about. Doritos did the same thing. They had 2 old ladies chasing the dude around for Dinamite chips. It's just a bag of chips from Doritos. But they had these old ladies hang gliding off of poles and doing this and that, chasing the guy because it was the last bag of chips in the store. So they trying to emulate a message that these chips are good. They're exciting. They're packed full of flavor. They're action packed full of flavor and this and that. So delivery of your message is important. So you don't just sell products to people. You make your brand aware. Bring them awareness first. Once they're aware of what you're about, then you can start to offer solutions to problems they have. We say this like every single week, man. We say this every single week. So delivery is extremely important. You tie that into the branding. Your branding is your understanding of what a customer wants, needs, and expects from a product. And then you deliver that promise. That's what delivery is about. But it ties into branding. So just as a recap, why is branding important is because it builds a partnership between your company and your customers. And it also influences them to be loyal and not venture off to other companies that have comparable products. It's very important to build a relationship with customers so they can start remembering your brand for what it is. They got to start to understand that this logo represents this. We are in business with Live Good. All natural products with the best ingredients so that your body can easily absorb the supplements and you get quick reactions. Everything's consistent with you. It's the same product every time you get it. it's going to work. The packaging is nice and neat. It represents the company. Nice and neat, all natural, no extra stuff you need to worry about. Live good. We want everybody to live good. So everything inside that makes the product what it is provides that promise. You will live better once you start taking these all natural supplements at a lower price. We're not ripping you off like these. You can go to GNC and get ripped off, and it's got all these mystery ingredients in it. So our packaging delivers ingredients and nutritional facts that you can compare it to other companies, and you'll find out, hey, these ingredients are much better than this other stuff I've been paying an arm and a leg for. It's a higher quality at a lower price. You usually don't get those together at the same time. Like, you won't get a car that has the same features as a Mercedes, $40,000 less. It's going to be some kind of drop off. Because if I had the same features that was comparable to a Mercedes, I would make my prices marketable like the Mercedes is. Live Good doesn't do that. We want you to be able to afford the products so that you can keep getting them. Not like everybody else, we just want everybody's money. We could, the products could be more expensive and they would be justified because of the quality of the product. But we still don't raise the prices up to where it's just only certain people can get them. We really want anybody that's ready to live better and be healthier to be able to afford these. It's more important to us to give you a promise that we're going to help you get your life better by providing you the best product at the best price so that you can continue to live good instead of living good for a month and now you can't afford it until you can get the money again 3 months from now. What's the point of that? It's like taking vitamins this week and then never taking them again. Come on. Let's talk about some of the top brands for a minute. Like Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. So what do you think their brand promise is? Their brand promise is safety and security and being covered when there's life damage, casualty damage, property damage, automobile damage. They want you to know that you're in good hands with this company because we're going to be there to cover you through these traumatic experiences.
Man.
You're back, huh?
Yeah, they pay all this money for this internet connection, and they just drop, I don't want to start ranting about how they deliver your internet services.
Yeah, because the way they pitch the sales pitch to you don't be matching the product a lot of the times.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, that's what we talk about branding.
Mm-hmm.
They got a terrible brand with this internet service here. I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio. This Spectrum crap.
Yep. That's how it goes. But I was talking about strategies on how to deliver. Like I was talking about the delivery of Live Good.
Ah, yes.
Like what's Live Good's branding about?
Live Good branding is it's a membership based company where it's pretty much one of the only membership based companies where you pay for a membership that actually pays you to get referral. And they started off with health in the health and wellness industry. So what they did was they built a model to where a lot of times, a lot of companies, they got these health and wellness products, but it costs an arm and a leg just to get the product. So you really can't stay on the product for more. Most people can't really stay on the product for more than maybe 3 months at the most because it just costs too much. So what Live Good did was they took that membership model like Netflix, Costco, Sam's Club. They put their products, the highest quality products with it. So they partner with these two doctors that create the products, all organic products. That's the highest quality you can get. for your members, they sell for the members the products at a wholesale price. So these products that you would normally pay like $90 to $100 for a product, they cut the price to almost cost, to where they have the super reds, organic super reds, and then you got organic, you got super beets, which is not organic. Super beets cost you like 90, what? I think it was like, I seen it was like $40, 40 something dollars. You pay $40, 40 something dollars, maybe $50 for these super beets, and you get a better product with super reds for a member. You get it for $18. See, so what would you rather spend? $50 or $18? For $18 for a better quality of product that because they do it wholesale for their members. So you paying for a membership like you pay for Netflix to get some movies, Sam's Club. You go in there and shop, you get it for but they don't. None of those companies pay you. You get paid. Live Good will pay you to bring them referrals, other customers. So that's what their model. Their model was set up like a Sam's Club, like a membership. It's a membership. It's a membership. It's just a membership that you can actually get paid from. You can earn an income from that. You can't earn no income from Netflix. Like, hey, I got Netflix. I tell you about Netflix, and you go sign up for Netflix, and you say, hey, my brother told me about it. Do I get anything? And you say, yeah, you get the next movies that come up. That's what you get. So that's how they really disrupting that industry with that customer service experience.
And what do you think their products deliver?
Oh, their products, from my experience, as you can see, they're delivering all over the world. In I don't know how many countries, but they're all over the world. You can get these products in any and everywhere. The delivery, you order your products, they're there within a couple of days. I never had a problem. I get my products, I just put another order in, matter of fact. So, but their customer service is prompt. That's what they're prompt. They get back with you. They give you a good experience. They give you little Live Good stickers in every package. So you just take it and you take the products because you have an experience that you're going to be healthier. That's what the key is. They want you to be healthy. Why should you have to pay an arm and a leg just to be healthy?
Mm-hmm. So what's their product promise? High quality.
Oh,
So
high quality. High quality.
So I brought up, I was talking about top brands because in
Right.
delivering a message, like I was talking about Allstate. So Allstate say you're in good hands with Allstate. Well, why would I be in good hands with Allstate? Because when something happens, we're gonna be there to cover you.
Right.
Your agent is gonna be available.
Mm-hmm.
When something happens to your car, when something happens to your house, when something happens to anything you got insurance with us, you're gonna be in good hands because we're gonna make sure you get everything you need.
Exactly.
So you got Allstate, you got Progressive, you got Geico. They all do the same thing.
Right.
But you got to brand it to where you're different from the other people. What would make me more comfortable with you guys?
It will make me stand out. Right. Make me stand out as a company.
So I was talking about, I compared that to Live Good with products at GNC.
Right. Ooh.
So I was saying Live Good to GNC is like price of a Ford Focus to a Mercedes Benz.
Right.
Now everybody know a Ford Focus doesn't have the value of a Mercedes Benz. It got more features in it. It got heated mirrors. It got this. It got that. It got all of these luxurious features, which is why they feel justified in that Mercedes Benz price.
Right.
Now you couldn't charge Mercedes Benz price for a Ford Focus. You know what I'm saying? So the quality of those aren't really comparable. Like they both got 4 tires, they both use gas and go up and down the street. But why is this one so much more than this one? So
Exactly.
GNC tries to use that branding. Like everything in there is pretty
Yeah.
expensive. So I was saying, Live Good would be justified in charging $38 for Super Reds
Oh yeah. Yeah. No
because
doubt
it's
about
the
it.
best product. It's got the
It's
best stuff in it. So they
right.
would actually be justified in saying, you know what, we want our price to be the same as these other top brands that
Exactly.
aren't all natural and don't have the best ingredient. They would be justified and still won't do it. Most people would think
Right.
because it's the cheaper the product that it has less than in it. And that's not true at all.
Right. Not
It
true
actually
at all.
has more
Not
of
true
in
at
it.
all. Right.
It has more of in there.
More of it. And it tells you right on the bottle everything that's in each one of these products. It don't sugarcoat it. It tells you exactly what's in. Those other companies don't do that. They don't tell you what's in it, how much is in it, and stuff like that. So, like you said, they would be justified to charge top dollar for these products. But that's not what the owner wanted to do. The owner wants you to have the best experience in the world. He wants you to have the best experience with his company. And to do that, he wants to be able to put it in everybody's hands. How can you put it in everybody's hand? You make it affordable for everybody to get. That was his marketing. That was his marketing.
Because every other company that does this type of stuff, the owner wants to make money. And how he makes his money is the people that sign up are paying for these high prices. He don't care if you buy them. They got an auto ship. You got to keep paying on this auto ship. And you got a garage full of products that you can't sell because people can't afford to get them but once or twice. He don't care because in a month he got 10,000 of y'all buying the products every month. He don't care if you sell or not.
No, he doesn't care. Right.
But what he delivered was, not only am I going to make money, but you're going to make money because now you have a product where if there's a healthy enthusiast out there that wants the best products they could take to make their life better, now he can afford them.
Now he can afford them.
You can afford them.
Now
so when the price goes from wholesale to retail, it's affordable for both of you.
Both of them.
Not these other companies where first of all, the ingredients. I can't talk about the ingredients enough. When we say it's the highest quality products, that's one of the things the brand is promising you every time you get this stuff. They promise the highest quality products at the lowest possible price. Not $2 cheaper than the competitors. It's like half the price. Sometimes it's like getting 75% off of this other stuff.
Exactly. And that's what they tell you.
It's all organic and all
75 to 80% off. Right.
Yeah.
You can't do
because
that. Who's doing that?
Other companies, like I was just in GNC and I was looking at the proteins. Now they got these big, huge jugs for $70. They're humongous jugs. Why is it that big?
What?
Why is it that big? Is it because they're just considering they want you to have 2 months worth of this? No, it's because it's filled up with so many fillers. You're going to need that whole tub before you get real results. You got to drink so much of it. They tell you, fill the whole scoop up. Fill up the whole scoop and drink that today. Thinking the more of these supplements I take, the better. That's a myth. You don't need to, your body can only absorb so much in a day. So they try to fool you with stuff like, I was looking at the ingredients and it said multi-blend protein.
Right, multi-blend.
So what proteins is it? It don't tell you what the proteins are to make this blend because some of them are not natural. They're like fillers to make it a product. So we got all of this stuff in it. Instead of you just getting that protein that's back there and you can absorb everything that's in it. All the ingredients, it's natural ingredients. You can actually go find these in the ground.
Right.
And wheat and all of this other stuff. It's natural stuff that you can go to Lowe's, buy the seeds, and grow it yourself. Type of ingredients,
Right.
not I gotta look into Google and see what this long word means. You
Right.
might not know what type of root that is, but the root is a real plant that has nutritional value to it. And they
Right.
compose these in powders so that your body can take them in. The products last longer because they're in powder form. You just mix them with
Right.
water.
Mm-hmm.
Other companies don't do that. They give you these mystery ingredients where it's almost like a simulation of the natural stuff.
Right.
That's not in the Live Good brand. They want you to have the best products. You're getting a Mercedes Benz at Ford Focus value. Instead of saying, you know what, this is pretty much a Mercedes Benz. So we're gonna charge you for a Mercedes Benz. They didn't want to do that. They want you to be able to consistently get this stuff so you can live better.
Exactly. Hence the name, Live Good. Who doesn't want to live good?
Right.
Who doesn't want to live good? Come on, man.
Live good, live better, live longer.
There you have it. More quality.
Being healthy, they're breaking the myth that being healthy is expensive.
Right.
You ever go to Whole Foods and just look at some grapes? I seen grapes for $34 in there.
$34 for some grapes.
I mean, come on, man.
Come on, man. You know what? I just go out here. I just pick these grapes off the side of the highway.
I mean, because you can go in the store and you can see organic grapes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not organic, but they charge you for organic grapes.
Right. Because they just spray some organic on it.
Yeah, it's just
organic.
It's not real.
Mm.
It's not real organic.
Right.
So that's why I like to Live Good, because they actually put the best product in that box, and when you get it, it's the same every time.
Same
the
every
packet,
time.
the way it's packaged represents the company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a clean look to it. None of it is dark, other than the creatine.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reason why most of the containers is white.
Right.
They didn't use brown. You would have a different thought process. You think everything was chocolate flavor.
Exactly. And there it is, the science of colors. You gotta learn all this stuff, man. You gotta learn all this stuff so you can deliver on your brand. You gotta be able to deliver on your brand. That's what this is about.
Any of you are looking for a side hustle that you can actually make money with, Live Good would be a good opportunity for you to look into. We'll have all those links in the description for you. You can just go check it out. It's not too many businesses where you can start for $50. Just don't. Sometimes a vendor's license costs more than $50 for you to sell products.
Right.
You don't have to buy the products. All you have to do is promote them for people to go order from them.
Right. They give you 3 websites. You get 3 stores. Come on, man. You get 3 stores.
And you get people like us to help make sure you're going to be successful. It's not you sign up and you on your own. It's just a good opportunity for you to go check out. If you like health or you good in sales, this is a good way to make money, because it doesn't cost much to get in. It costs a night out. Instead of going on a date, open up a business. How that sound? Instead of going on a date this week, open up a business this week. And then you'll start making money where you can go on more dates. Yeah.
Exactly.
It just makes sense. Don't go on a date this week. Start a business this week. And then watch the quality of your dates improve. Like who you sitting across the table from.
Exactly. Watch the quality of your dates. And check this out. While you on that date, you making money.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing.
You making money. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
We show you how to grow on social media. We show you how to take these products and become profitable. This ain't no network scheme. You don't have to go out and sign up 1,000 people. It's good. We'll
Right.
give you the system to make that happen. And the reason
Right.
it's easier to do is because people can afford this business. They don't have to sign
Exactly.
up and then now it's $50 a month. No, it's $50 one time.
One
Start a
time.
business.
Start a business.
$50 one time, not $50 and then once you're in,
One time.
now you got to order all
gotta
these
go get no
products,
building.
stock them up, and it's at a low
See, you
enough
probably looking
price
at, look at all those
where
products
people
he
can
got.
look and say, "Well, that's
They're looking at me saying, "Well, you got a whole
that's
bunch of
probably
products
not
like
even."
I use those products. I use those. These are the ones I use. See, I let you know I
I'm
keep
trying to
ordering.
count.
I got wait a minute, I got some that ain't even up here. But like the super reds is for your heart. If you got you got a heart. You have any kind of circulatory issue. I'm gonna give you a tip, man. You getting this from me, I've had multiple heart attacks. 4. I got like 6 stents. This last one I had in August. I had a heart attack in August. I had 100% blockage in the main vein in the back of my heart. 100%. I was at the gym, left the gym. I went home. I knew what I had because I've been having heart attacks, so I know how they feel. I went to sleep. I was just trying to pass it off because I didn't want to believe what it was. And then the next day I came in here to the office and I really felt bad. I said, oh man, this is crazy. So I was about to leave and go back home. But when I went downstairs, one of the nurses here in our building seen me, checked my blood pressure and everything, called the ambulance. They came and got me. I go to the hospital. I knew I was having a heart attack, but I didn't know it was that bad. So when they finally told me, they said, man, you got like 100% blockage in that main vein in your artery, in the back of the heart. So I'm like, okay. So now they're discussing what to do because they said I had a little heart damage. So they said, well, they want to give me that bypass surgery. I didn't really want the bypass surgery. I said, is there anything else? I said, I can't get no stent. He said, you can get a stent, but it might mess up again. And with your history, stents we don't think it work. You're a good candidate for bypass surgery. So they kept me in there for a week. I prayed for like 3 or 4 days. I prayed every day, but I prayed nonstop 3 to 4 days because I really did not want that bypass surgery. I prayed and I asked God and I prayed. And then when it came to me, when I got the answers, I had already been in Live Good. But what happened was, I had ordered this, but it hadn't arrived yet. And I was already on like a blood thinner. So I didn't have my blood thinner, my heart medicine, I didn't have that. And I didn't have this. I said, I prayed to God, I prayed and I asked him, I said, is there anything else I can do? I just was asking, is there anything else? And he told me this right here. Now a lot of people are like, man, he just talking stuff, trying to sell. Nah. You see how many canisters I got over there? I will never ever run out of this again. I will never run out of this again. It just will not happen. I take this every morning and I still go to it. Now I'm in the gym. I'm strong. But this, because they cleared that main vein up. I was supposed to go back for 2 other veins. That's what I really was trying to say. The 2 other veins they wanted to put stents in. But when I went back, I had been taking this, and they didn't have to put the stents in. Because this right here, this is for your circuit, straight to your heart. It opened those veins up. So now my heart is pumping. And I'm back in the gym. I'm back in it. Now, when I say I'm in the gym, I don't, a lot of people, you do what you do, but I lift heavy. I'm a heavy lifter. I lift heavy. I'm 53 years old. I'm 53. Probably don't, you can't tell, because I got this, baby face. But I'm 53. But I will never, ever go without this right here. This saved my life. If you got any kind of heart condition, any kind, and especially if you're dealing with the veins, getting blood circulation to your heart, this is what you need. I wouldn't kid you. I'm not trying to just sell this. I'm trying to save your life. I'm trying to give you better quality of life. This right here super reds. Look it up. Just look it up, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Just look it up, because a lot of people, like, I don't do all that. You see all these cancers? I got way more than this, because I'm not going. This is a month's supply. Get a month's supply of this. I do not go without that. Never. Not one day will I miss. Not gonna happen. I even mix it with this. This is a multiplier. This is another one for your circulation. So I take this in the morning with my super reds, and I don't have to do anything else. It's just food, because I lift weights, and I'm a heavy lifter. I lift heavy. I tell you, I lift heavy. Young dudes can't do nothing with me. I'm just playing, but no, for real, they can't. I'm trying to let you know. You got it. You can't push 4 plates. You know, if you're in the gym, you know what 4 plates is. The big ones, not those little 5 and 10 pound. 4 plates. If you can't do that, you better get on this super reds. You better get on this protein powder. You better get on that creatine. If you can't do it, I'm just trying to help you out.
Yeah,
that was my rant.
I feel you on that.
Indeed.
Because I got one of them dang on rants.
Yeah.
It's just once I start experiencing the problems, I realized what was missing in like my daily nutritional value. First of all, when I moved to Florida, I was 130 something pounds, 131, 137, something like that. So I didn't know how slim I was until we went to the beach. And usually I'm a videographer, so usually I'm behind the camera. I don't get to see myself a lot. I'm videotaping and taking pictures of everybody else's event. But somebody recorded me. I was enjoying time with the kids. So it's rare for me to see like photos of myself, because I'm usually the one taking the photos. So when I seen this photo, I was like, I'm standing there built like a stork. Like, I was just slim. I was too slow. I was like, man, I don't ever remember being that small. So then I got health conscious. I start eating better stuff. I start eating more, but everything was healthy. And just talked about the time I went to McDonald's. I've probably been to eat fast food in the past year probably 8 times. I just don't do it. I'd rather eat 2 salads than a steak. I'm not gonna eat steak. I don't eat steak. I just don't do it. So I eat things, fruits, vegetables, eat a lot of that. Not too much. I'm not a vegetarian, but I don't eat too much meat no more. I'm only gonna eat certain meats. So I start gaining weight. Next thing I know, I'm 180 pounds. So 131 to 181, that's 50 pounds I didn't gain. Start going to the gym. When I went to the gym, that chubbiness I had started to turn into muscle mass, which made me gain more weight. Muscle is heavier than fat is, so I went to 200 pounds. I ain't never been 200 pounds. So through this whole time, I was, going to GNC or Walmart to get proteins and creatines and all of these protein shakes. But when I came across Live Good, I was just blown away by, I could get 3 of these for the price I was paying this protein over here. It's a big, huge tub of it. And it took me like 2 months to even sense a difference. I ain't get no sense of energy boost or none of that. I was just taking it out of habit. When you drink that much of something gonna happen in a month or 2. But with the Live Good protein, it was quickly absorbed. I could make it faster. It wasn't hard to mix up because everything in it is kind of it's easily dissolvable. So it was easier to make my shakes. I'm making them quicker now. I ain't got to put all this extra stuff in it to make it taste good. And just got in the habit of using that. And just like you said about them super reds, I'm not going not go without that protein. It does so much. It's not just protein. It does so much. It's like all them products back there do more than one thing.
That's the crazy part.
It's not just a weight gainer. You can use it to supplement a meal. It's a weight management protein. It gives you enough protein in your day where you could do other things. Like instead of you can eat 12 bananas and 9 apples and you can be full. So you can a cup of that. You can go about your day, and then you'll be at work. Like sometimes I'll be at work. I drink the protein every day before I go to work. I don't even be working at it. This is while I go to work, and I'll be at work, and people be like, we never see you eat at work. I don't be hungry at work because of this stuff I drink.
Right.
Yeah, the protein, and then the energy patch. I use the
Right.
energy patch at work and drink some of that protein, and they'll both curb your appetite if you want to
Mm-hmm.
use it as a weight management. But I use it to enhance my protein, and then I still eat. Sometimes I gotta force myself to eat
Right.
just because I know I gotta
Right.
go to the gym and fuel this up. So now I'm 200 pounds still. I ain't never
Mm-hmm.
been this heavy, but got a six pack.
Right.
So I gained 60 pounds, but got a six
Mm-hmm.
pack out the deal. I didn't even have a six pack when I was 130. You could see my ribs,
Right.
but I didn't have a six pack.
And, right.
So
Right.
people,
I want y'all to understand. This protein, this is a complete plant-based protein with all essential aminos in it. Here, it's a complete plant-based protein. So that's what he's trying to let you know. That's the difference between that GNC. That GNC got all those fillers and blends and stuff you don't know what's in it. This is complete plant-based protein with all essential aminos in it. Come on, man.
yep.
You don't get no better. This is what I have this every morning. I make my smoothie. I call it Purple Power. I ain't gonna give y'all my secret because then y'all gonna be trying to get to the gym and be stronger than me. I'm just playing.
That's just the brand promise with Live Good though. They give you the best stuff. It
They
works.
give you the best stuff.
They could
It
easily,
works.
they could easily up their prices up.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
They could easily
No
up their
doubt.
prices up. And
But like I
Super
said,
Beats is expensive.
expensive.
People can't afford. It's only certain people that can afford Super Beats every month.
Right. Why would you want to afford Super Beats? It's not organic, and we got Super Reds with way more nutritional all organic supplements in it. You just get Super Beats. You just get some beets.
Mm-hmm.
We got pomegranate, all kind of stuff in here, man. I ain't gonna read it, but cardiovascular, circulation, sexual health, brain, and cognitive function. Come on, man.
Sexual
Don't
health.
mess around. Sexual health. I got a conjact. Hey, dude, I got something for you. Take this. It's nitric oxide. I got a video on my Facebook page, man, that tells you everything about it. Nitric oxide. That's pushes that blood flow, puts that oxygen back in your blood, man, so you can do what you got to do. You know, it's Valentine's Day coming up tomorrow. You should have already had you some of this.
Yeah. Get back to trust in your thrust. Put some trust in your thrust.
Put some trust in your thrust.
Yeah, she'll like you for it again. I tell you that.
Yeah, she'll like you for it. She's gonna be telling you back there playing around.
But that's the crazy thing. It's not a different product you just showed. It's the same product for your heart.
Same product for your
It's
heart.
just
I'm trying to
the
tell
products are multifaceted. They don't just do one thing.
you. They don't just do
You can
one
gain
thing.
weight off the protein. You can lose weight off the protein.
Yeah.
They're
Get with us,
multifaceted.
man. Darvest got the descriptions in the comments below, man. He gonna have you check him out. You check them, hit that link, man. Get on there. We trying to help y'all, man. This is workable strategy. We done trying to survive. We done trying to survive. We want to be successful. You want to be successful. Stop trying to survive.
And I'm tired of companies conning people.
Yeah, just
I'm tired of that, bro. You go to the store and something say all natural.
Yeah. All natural.
Here's the top brand. Here's the top brand that con people. Minute Maid. I'm in there. I only drink water or juice, right? So it's very hard for me to find 100% juice anywhere.
Right.
So one day, I get out of the gym. I'm thirsty, but I'm tired of water. I drank water the whole time I was working out. So I just wanted something with some flavor to it, but I wanted a juice. So I go to the store, and I seen a Minute Maid. There was a fruit punch. It said all natural. So I said, oh, let me check it out. So I grabbed a bottle flip it over. First of all, the bottle was like $4 for like a little. It was like $3.89
Yeah.
for this little 12-ounce bottle of juice. I'm like, man, I kill this in 30 seconds. So I look at it, I
Right.
flip it over, and it says contains 9% juice. This contains 9% juice. 9%. What's all natural about it? So I'm like, I don't trust that. So I put it back and got a water. I said, well, I guess I'm drinking water. I just don't. It's all over the place. It's all over the place where they'll hit you with the all natural flavors. Is it all natural or do we just got all natural flavors? Like what's there's a difference, people. So I'm tired of companies conning people and you think you eat something healthy. It just looked that way. They're not that honest with what's on that bottle. Everything on the back of one of them bottles tell you exactly what's in it. And you can Google what this individual ingredients, what's the benefits of it. Then you say, dang, everything in here is beneficial and your body can absorb it all. It's not nothing fake in there or some kind of filler that they use where you take some, you ever take some and notice that you got to go to the bathroom a lot? That's because your body trying to flush something out it don't recognize. You absorb all of this stuff. You absorb it, use it as energy, and then the next day do the same thing. Unless you taking one of the products that clean you out, you're not just gonna be going to the bathroom for no reason. Like you just took two water pills or something. You're gonna absorb the stuff so you can actually use it in your daily operations. It's nothing phony in there where your body gotta discharge it out because your body unfamiliar with these supplements they try to put in. Everything is organic and natural. That's the brand promise of this right here. So the tip of the day is solidify your brand promise. You got to make a solid promise to your customers. This is how you going to get a bunch more customers and you're going to be more recognizable. The way you do that is know your customers' values. Know what they value. Know what their problems are. Understand what their problems are. Understand how it impacts them emotionally. And then you deliver a message to tell them all those things will be fulfilled. You're going to get value out of my product. You're going to get a good experience out of my product. You're going to benefit and solve a problem with my product. Our company is here for you. So you got to make a solid brand promise and deliver that promise to them every single time. That's the tip of the day. That's going to get you more customers. Know your customers. Know your customers. Learn your customers. What are their problems? Where do they usually be at? What kind of issues do they usually have? What are they expecting to solve their issue? And what is a customer going to expect? What can they expect from you? That's the tip of the day. Know your customers' needs. Make sure you bring them value. Understand what their values are and fulfill and exceed their expectations. That's what will get them to become a loyal customer to your company. So again, I'm Darvest, host with the most, Gabe D. We'll check you out next week, Monday at 6.